Hey guys, well, on this video, I've got some work we need to do the Mini. Need to fix that master cylinder situation like I talked about last time. It was leaking. Got a few upgrades, and then a couple meets and some racing. So let's get to it. Okay, so like I talked about on the last video, my clutch master is leaking. The more I'm looking at it, it's not just where the line meets the master cylinder or the master cylinder itself. There's actually a rubber, or like a kind of a, there's a feed hose. Let me see if I can show you here on this. So this is the new one. So there's a line that comes into this, and it, yeah, it looks like it's leaking from there a little bit. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I'm gonna change all this stuff out anyway, just because I have it. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. All right, so first thing I really had to do, I had to freaking suck all the fluid out of the reservoir, because otherwise they're just gonna drain right back down and end up all over the carpet. And I was gonna tell you guys all about how great this fluid extractor is, because I fucking love these things. The one we have at work works great. The one I had at my last work worked great. This one is a piece of shit. I don't know what's going on. It worked. I literally, this is the second time I've tried to use it. The first time it worked great on my Porsche. This one, I don't understand. It just will not work no matter what I do. So, I don't know. It might be going in the garbage. I'll have to look at it another time. But at the moment, at least this is emptied out. I use just a, use a freaking vacuum bleeder to get it out of there. But yeah, now I'm gonna pull that master out of there. Oh man, guys, I got it in there. Freaking, oh, every time I've had to, this is the second time I've had to do this. The freaking, I had it, had a problem with it before where it wasn't bleeding out correctly, and it was like had a bunch of air in there. It sucks so bad. Take this thing in and out, but I did get it back in. It does have pressure, and I was able to kind of fix the line back in there, which you really can't see what I did, but it's kind of, if you can see it right in there. I ended up putting a clamp on the end of the where that hose goes in, and I think it's gonna hold it tight. It's not leaking now, so I guess time will tell. All right, guys, now onto something actually fun. So upgrading the nitrous kit on the Mini Cooper now. I did that on the Exocet, and obviously, you know, I reused this Nitrous Express mainline kit on here, and I've had nothing but problems with the nitrous solenoid ever since I've owned it, really, in 3 cars, and I'm finally going to retire that solenoid, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna put these in here. I'm probably gonna have to do something new with the brackets, because I don't think these holes are gonna line up. So I may have to make a new bracket, just like I did in the Exocet. Hopefully it's a little bit easier, because obviously I can just you know, bolt it flat on. It's not like I have to figure out a mounting solution on the engine. It does take up more space, but I think we'll still be all right. So I'm gonna get to taking this the old stuff off and then trying to figure out how to mount it. All right, so just like I thought, you can kind of see here, like if you look at how this, I mean, obviously these screws were, you know, it worked. It wasn't the greatest situation, but this one solenoid is like as big as these two put together. So yeah, this bracket is not gonna work anymore. I'm gonna have to make one, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I kind of knew it was coming. So another thing you can see, like, you know, what I talked about on the you know, the Exocet, but if you haven't seen that video, like these new solenoids, they have, not only are they physically bigger, but they also have a bigger inlet on them. It's kind of hard to tell there, but like this fitting is what's going to go in the new one, and you can see like it's drastically bigger than that right there. So it's going to flow a hell of a lot more nitrous, you know, not only just solenoid being bigger, but yeah, we're going to get a lot more flow here, so we can actually jet it up, guys. Okay, I got some of this stuff torn apart, and now I've decided I'm going to make a hole right here. I'm going to put another riv nut, because obviously these are a lot heavier than the other ones, and I think they're going to kind of sit something like this, and the other one's going to sit like that. That way I can have 2 bolts, and it'll be a lot stronger, because obviously I found out on the Exocet that, yeah, it needs a lot more support with these solenoids. Alright, so this is basically what I came up with for a bracket. So it's just going to have these 2 bolt holes here, and then I'll have the 4 bolt holes for that. And I'm just going to cut it out of this piece of steel, just going to cut it out and drill a bunch of holes, and I think we'll be good. Alright, so it's all bolted up on there now. See how I got that? Sitting in there. It's pretty damn sturdy. Like really sturdy. I think this is gonna work out really good. I just need to wire this. Obviously the plate still needs painted, but I'm gonna wait because I'm kind of running short on time because I've got, I don't have much time left tonight. Tomorrow night, I'll have a little bit of time to test it, but then Saturday morning is the roll race event, so that's what I'm trying to make it to. So I need to get this done as quick as possible. So I think I'm gonna leave this unpainted and I'll plan on painting it later on. All right, it's all hooked up, it's all loomed up. I put the same jets back in there just for the moment. So now I'm at the point I need to go make some test hits and start tuning it. So yeah, so the next video you see should be, that's what I'm doing. So shouldn't take any time at all for you guys. So that was really weird. I got on it, the nitrous was like, it came on for a second and then it shut right back off. I'm like, what just happened? So I got out of it, started looking at it, and I'm like, I don't understand. It shows that it's on the computer. I was like, I wonder if it's got a blown fuse. Pop the fuse box, sure enough, blown fuse. So that's weird. I guess I'll try it again. Okay, so I made it a little bit longer that time, and then it blew the fuse again. Well, I don't really understand what's going on. I just threw in a bigger fuse. I don't know. Apparently, I mean, obviously, I knew that these solenoids would draw more amperage, but like, apparently it's drawn a lot more. Yeah, I got a 20 amp fuse in there now. I guess we'll see what it does. Hopefully it works. Hopefully I don't burn the car to the ground. All right, that pull, it worked. Yeah, it stayed working the whole time. Pulled strong, real strong. So now, yeah, it was a little bit rich. So I'm jetting it up. Going, it was jetted for about a 110 shot before, so now we're going for a 125. All right, that pull was better. The air fuels were a little bit leaner, but still kind of rich. So I'm making a big swing this time. I went from the 57 jet on the nitrous side up to a 62. So it's gonna go from a 125 to a 150 shot. And on the fuel side, it had a 29 jet in it. So I'm going to a 30. It's just a small change there, but a big change on the nitrous side. So it should put me down, hopefully in the ballpark. Either that or it's gonna be really lean. Hopefully it's not that. Yeah, that felt pretty good. It definitely spun the tires more that time, so definitely, you know, it felt quicker. The air fuels look better. They're a little bit leaner, kind of where I want it to be. I could probably go a little bit leaner, but since I'm still on pump and I'm not on E85, I probably shouldn't push it too much. I mean, it's sitting. I mean, I could still push it a little bit, I guess, but it's coming in about 11.8, and then it's kind of tapering down. It's coming down to like, you know, 11.5, 11.4, which is, you know, it's a little rich, but it's not awful. I think we can work with that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be done for the moment, because even though I would like to mess with the progressive and all that stuff, I'm kind of running out of time because I got some other stuff I need to do tonight. So yeah, we're gonna call it today, and yeah, hopefully this works for tomorrow. I'm here at work. Unintentionally, I was out with those guys racing, and the shifter came loose down here. The freaking bolt fell out. Here it is. The bolt fell out, and the nut is stuck down in there. Luckily, I was really close to work, and it was jammed in third gear, so I was able to get it here. And I have my keys, so yeah, I'm gonna fix it now. All right, got it all fixed. Yeah, it didn't take that long. Now, hopefully, they're still out there so we can see some racing. Hey guys, I'm out at the roll racing event now, about to try out the Mini. I only really made those couple of test sits last night. I did make, you know, one more after I said I wasn't going to, but I did, just to make sure, and everything seemed okay. So we're gonna send it and see what it does. guys, that was pretty good weekend. Good day racing and whatnot. You know, the Mini held up pretty well. It didn't break, so that's always a plus. It you know, it survived. I did at one point, I had to pull a jet size out of the fuel. I went from that 30 back down to that 29, which kind of, you know, that combined with some, you know, the way it was running and all that stuff, I'm pretty convinced at this point it's hit its next restriction, which I think is probably a couple different things. One, I think it's the lines going from the solenoid to the nozzle and then the nozzle itself, because the lines are only that 3 AN, and the nozzle, it's a Piranha nozzle, which is only rated at 150 horsepower. So I think changing both of those out is gonna, you know, bring it up, because I think it's just restricting it down. I don't think it's hitting the 150. It's hitting something less, which what that is, I'm not entirely sure, but you know. So I did order some new lines. I ordered some 4 AN lines, then I ordered a Shark nozzle. So hopefully I have those this weekend so I can put those in. You know, and a lot of those races, you know, I did lose a lot. You know, I had some close races, but you know, it is what it is. There's just, you know, there were some of those guys, they just either they didn't know how to race, or they, you know, were purposely slowing me down, or, you know, trying to slingshot me or whatever. And the shit happens. It's stupid. I don't get it. Personally, I'd rather have, you know, a good race where I know that, you know, it was totally fair and we were both at our potential. I'd rather lose that way than beat somebody because, you know, they had a car problem, or, you know, they weren't racing correctly or whatever. But, you know, other people don't feel that way. But yeah, the car did good. And, you know, there was a couple races, you know, like the Audi at the end. My bottle pressure was low. Like I couldn't get it above like 825. And it was pretty much out of nitrous. It had just enough to barely make a run, but it was running pig rich. And the Audi, he was having his own problems. He was saying that he has like 4 tunes, and one of his tunes, he loaded the wrong tune or something about max cooling mode. I don't really know what he was talking about, but we both kind of decided that we're gonna have to rerun. So hopefully, you know, sometime in the future we can get a good re-race in. Yeah, the car did good. I mean, as far as you know, what kind of power I think it's making, I mean, I kind of have an idea. I mean, I think it might, you know, it's definitely not making the power it should be, but I think, you know, it might be making 360, maybe a little bit more. I mean, if it had the full 150 shot, it'd probably be making, you know, 375 or so. But, you know, I'm doing what I can with what I have. So we're going to upgrade it, see what we can get next time, and hopefully get some more races in and see how it goes. Yeah, it was kind of funny, you know, listening to some of the people. There were people that would come up to me and they'd talk to me, and even though I thought I wasn't doing that great, it was funny because they'd come to me like, "Oh man, that Mini's so fast. You know, you're out here just breaking people's hearts today with that thing." And I was just like, I just kept laughing, and I'm like, wow, you know, I thought I was on a losing streak, but you know, I guess maybe I'm doing okay. But I mean, realistically, there was, you know, I was batting a little bit out of my league here and there, but you know, the Mini, I mean, it held its own, so it's still pretty good. But I think, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. So you know, like, subscribe, and peace out.